what we do very practically, because we do have 4 boys. They're very busy. Guy and I both work from home. We've got a lot on our plates. We are intentional to under schedule. Okay. So we literally take our calendars and we look for blocks of time where we can spend one-on-one time with each child. Once a month or even every other month, we try to give a little, like a good chunk of a 2-hour block where we go do something fun with each child. And we are very intentional to make time for each other, like that coffee time together, or even after the kids go to bed, we select an evening where we're able to come together and we say to each other, okay, when we're triggered, oftentimes it's not just the triggers themselves, but it's trigger moments. Mm-hmm. So very late at night when you're both exhausted is probably not a good time to hash out differences. When the bill is due is not the time to freak out, like, oh no, what's happening here with our finances? I thought you were gonna do this. So it's really important to not react to our triggers, but instead to be proactive about the things that are causing us to be upset with one another. So we say under schedule, try to slow down a little bit where you can. But even in seasons where you can't do that, set aside at least once a month, an hour, where it's an agreed upon time that's good for you both, where you can talk about some of these triggers with the intention to be receptive and humble, and also very gentle and kind in the way you present the triggers that are on your plate right now. So for example, I tend to be critical. I want to be my husband's Holy Spirit, and that's not good for him. And so he will say to me during that time, he'll say, you know what, honey, I'm noticing lately, and again, this is our time where we have said this is where we're going to come together and be open to hearing each other out, because it does get busy, and you want to be intentional. So he'll say, this is something I'm noticing right now, just you're being a little bit more critical lately, and I need you to affirm me more. I need to know that the things that I'm doing right, not just the things that I'm doing wrong. And so if I love my husband, and I do, and I want our marriage to be good, I'm going to humbly listen and be open to hearing what he has to say. And then that's the thing I work on for that next month. I pick a verse that relates to my tongue and being kind, or building him up, breathing life. And so I'll meditate on that verse for the month. And I really want to work in that. I want the Lord to transform me. But if we don't set aside that time, even in our busy lives, to connect that way and to communicate and to agree to be receptive to one another, it's not going to happen by accident. Mm-hmm. So we do have to be intentional to do that. But I think under scheduling, being intentional to have that time where we know we can talk about 1 or 2 issues at a time. We don't want to overwhelm and go over all the things,
solve the whole deal
right.
in that 1 hour.
But little by little, that's how change happens,
right.
is when we have a softened heart and we're willing to listen and to be receptive to each other.
If you liked what you saw, make sure to like that video and comment below. Hit the subscribe button for more content uploaded weekly.